welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Hailie and today I'm going to be doing a blind date with a book for the entire week. A little while back I did a blindly choosing my TBR where I wrapped up a few books on my bookshelf that I have yet to read, and then I cut up some papers and put them in a jar so everything's numbered. Then I blindly chose what I was going to read next. I still have a bunch of my books wrapped up from that video and I was like, let's do it again for the entire week. Honestly, it's been so long since I have wrapped these books, I have no idea what is even in here anymore. So it really is going to be a full-on surprise and I am so excited to get into this. But before I hop into today's video, I wanted to thank the sponsor, Book of the Month. Every month they have different selections to choose from, usually between 5 and 7 different titles. And they also just included audiobooks, so you have even more to choose from. Since I started my Book of the Month subscription, I have discovered so many new authors and just books in general that I would have not normally picked up. They focus a lot on emerging authors, so there's always something new to discover. I always look forward to this time of the month where my little blue box appears in my mailbox and I have something new to read. You also get early access to new titles like this one that I chose for my Book of the Month pick by Lisa Jewell. This actually comes out August 8th, but if you're a Book of the Month member, you get it first. Not to mention the value of Book of the Month is kind of insane because this is a brand new hardcover, new release, $16.99. I also ended up getting one other title this month because if you thought that it couldn't get better, you were wrong, because you can add on multiple books. I ended up with this one, The Family Lore, and I love the cover of this. The other titles available for August is Shark Heart, The Many Lives of Mama Love, I really want to read this one, Vampires of El Norte, and Happiness Falls. So like I said, there is something for everyone, no matter what genre you're interested in. And for August, Book of the Month is running a promotion where you can get your first book for just $9.99 with the coupon code VACAY. So be sure to check out Book of the Month before you leave. I'll have a link in the description box. And thank you so much again for Book of the Month for sponsoring today's video. I love you guys so much. Now getting into it, let's see what we're going to be reading this week. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right, number 9. Here's number 9. It is a very tiny book. I have no idea what this could be. Oh my gosh. The book we have is Happy Hour by Marlo Granados. This one is only 273 pages and I have heard so many good things about this book. So I'm really excited. One of the reviews on the back is, reading Happy Hour feels like eating a shimmering, intoxicating slice of the best summer of your life. I feel like this is gonna be a good one. These little energy bars are so delicious. Oh, so good. So this book is about a 21-year-old who's already wise enough to understand that the purpose of life is the pursuit of pleasure. She arrives in New York with her newly blonde best friend looking for adventure. They have little money, but that's hardly going to stop them. So I feel like this is going to be kind of a cute coming of age book. I don't know what to expect, but I just feel like I am going to like this one. So I'm gonna read for a little bit. So yesterday I ended up getting a little bit less than halfway through this book. Right now I'm on page 96 and so far I really like it. It has a good vibe. I know that's so cheesy. The main character Isa is just like, she exudes cool girl energy. Her and her friend are in New York just trying to kind of not make a living, just have fun and enjoy life, and it's kind of making me nostalgic for things that I've never even really lived through. But you know, when you're young, you're 21, life is like this ongoing adventure. You're not overly concerned about how you're going to make ends meet, and you're not really thinking of the consequences of things. You just, I don't know, it's so fun to read about her adventures and like meeting all these people. And the book is kind of set up like a diary, so each chapter is dated. I just really like how it's written. It's just like, I'm talking to a friend, she's telling me about her day, her thought. It's kind of hard not to fall in love with the main character. She's just so fun and free. So I'm really enjoying this one. I plan on finishing it today. I don't have much left. It's just such a fun read. I just finished Happy Hour and it was such a good read. It was seriously just like good energy. There's, you know, little spats and like obstacles in this book, but overall I feel like it's pretty light. There is a whole lot of shenanigans and just interesting characters along the way, and it's so funny to see all these connections and acquaintances. I really enjoyed this book. I don't know if it would necessarily be one that you read in one go, although it is really short, and that's pretty much what I did. Because it is like a diary, you can go a little bit more slow paced with this one. And I actually looked up to see if the author, like if there was any fact in this book, because it seems like it's about her, because it says that she spent time in London and New York. But all I found online was an article about how she's coy, revealing which parts are fact and which parts are fiction. But I am choosing to believe that this is about her, and I love her. But now it is time to move on. I'm a little bit nervous to see what is next. Number 6. Ugh, this always just, I get so anxious. Oh my god. I don't know how to feel about this one. I know that everyone was raving about this for a while at the beginning of summer, so I do feel like it could be good, but I just don't know if I'm in the mood for this one. So my last read was New York, trying to make ends meet, kind of like a grifter vibe, and this one's a little bit more on the other half. It's shot through the indulgent pleasures of life among New York's 1%ers. And this one is 301 pages, so not too bad. We'll see how this goes. I'll be honest, I did not start that book yesterday. I got sucked into like hours and hours of this horrendous Netflix documentary, so today I am actually starting it. And I'm getting serious. I'm pulling out the Olipop for this. I have never tried the cream soda, but I love the root beer, so I feel like it'll be good. I'm sure it will be tasty. It smells so good. Oh, that is delicious. Okay, let's get to work. Okay, I'm back for a check-in, but my hair was still slightly damp when I started reading earlier, and like now look at it. What happened? But anyways, I'm on page 106 right now, and obviously I was not very excited about this book. I don't know why, because I do normally enjoy reading about like rich, messy people and like their weird traditions and stuff like that. I guess I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, and to be honest, I still don't really know. Each chapter is a different point of view. We have Sasha, who married into this wealthy family. She feels like an outsider. She moved into the family's old home, and there's definitely some tension, some resentment for that. I don't know how I feel about her yet. I don't know what her motives are. She's a little weird, a little annoying. Then we have the point of view of the younger sister of the family that Sasha married into, Georgiana. She's really young, still like partying, having fun. Most of her chapters are about like a crush that she has on this guy. And then we have Darlie, the older sister, and her chapters I think are probably the most interesting. She has 2 kids. Her commentary on her kids and their weirdness are so funny. But yeah, in all the chapters it's very chill, like nothing is really going on. I don't know, normally in books like this, like there's some big connection, conflict. I don't know if I'm just reading about their lives or I just haven't gotten there yet because I'm only 100 pages in. So I don't know, I'm just kind of strapped in for the ride, seeing where it takes me. I don't really know that I like anyone that much. I think Darlie is probably my favorite. Overall, the book is a little bit more interesting or like appealing to me than I thought it was going to be. Okay, it's finally starting to get a little bit juicy and I am liking where this is going. Finally, a little bit of drama. Okay, I just finished Pineapple Street this afternoon and I gotta say I did really enjoy it a lot more than I thought I was going to. I didn't necessarily have expectations going into this book, but this is not what I expected it to be. It's really just kind of talking about the lives of this family, written from the point of view of the two sisters and then the sister-in-law. There's a little bit of drama in here, but other than that, it's just, I don't know, day-to-day regular family things. Obviously, this family is incredibly wealthy and that plays a huge part in this book. There's a lot of like reflections on their privilege and everything throughout here, and I mean, at first I didn't really care for any of the main characters. Georgiana, one of the sisters, is still my least favorite, although she gets way better at the end. She definitely reflects on how she's the worst. It ends on a really happy, positive note, but it's just literary fiction. Nothing really goes on in the book outside of just like family chaos and arguments and day-to-day struggles. Overall, I did like this one. It's not like my all-time favorite book or anything, but it's still a good book. But I am excited to move on to the next one. Fingers crossed, it's a thriller. That is the mood that I have been in, you know? So far, both of this week's books have been kind of similar. Let's see what is next. Back with the mushroom jar. We got 14. Number 14 looks like a paperback. Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton, a memoir. Not exactly what I was hoping to get into next, but this one has been on my TBR for a long time and I really am excited to read this one because I do like Dolly Alderton. This one is about 350 pages. One of the reviews on the back says, reading this book is like coming home from a bad date and finding the person who knows you best in the world sitting on your couch ready to pour you a glass of wine and give you a hug. That is so cute. I've heard so many amazing things about this memoir, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, you know what is so weird? I went to Barnes & Noble today, even though I have absolutely no business book shopping right now because my TBR is endless, but I forgot that I even had this book and I almost bought it today, so I'm glad I didn't do that. I did get these though. I still have yet to read Magnolia Parks, but I love this new cover, so I had to pick it up. I have been wanting to read this one. I've heard mixed reviews, so I don't know how I'll feel about it honestly, but I love this cover. I told Hugo that this was him and me. Also, if you watched my video last week, I ended up reading a Jennifer Weiner book and I really liked it. So I got this one because it was part of the buy one get one 50% off. So this is That Summer Place, and then the other one that I got for the sale is The 7-Year Slip. I have high hopes for this one. These two my mom actually picked up, but we share books, so I will be reading them. The Chateau, also a very intriguing cover. Just looks like something that I would like. This one I hadn't heard of before. The Whispers, beautifully observed exploration of what it means to be a woman, highlighting the sacrifices involved and the often frightening choices that have to be made. So, woof, sounds a little bit heavier than I'm in the mood for right now, but it sounds good. And then I finally got this one by Ruth Ware. Love Ruth. So yeah, mini haul inside of this video, I guess. I'm so happy that I did not actually end up buying this one. And now I'm like, what else is wrapped up in there that I have forgotten about? And I really truly hope that I have not purchased doubles. Why am I like this? I'm literally only on the first page and I'm already cackling, so I know that this book is just going to do it for me. You can snog as many people as you like and it's fine. It doesn't mean anything. It's just practice. The coolest boys are always tall and Jewish and have a car. I mean, page 2 and she is spitting facts. For this one, it says, it's a good idea to get married a bit later in life after you've lived a bit. Say 27. Pretend I have my engagement ring on. I am 27. I might have to break out my highlighter for this book because it's already too good. When I tell you guys that I am obsessed with this book, this is the best thing that I have ever read. And I'm not even done yet. I actually lost my spot. I'm on page 151, wherever that went. I'm about halfway through right now. And I knew that I was going to like this book because I do really like Dolly Alderton. I like her writing, but just like getting a little bit more inside her brain, I'm obsessed with her. I want to be her best friend. This book is so outrageously funny, so unbelievably relatable. There's dating advice, life advice, there's like recipes. I have to find one. Oh, here's one. Got kicked out of the club sandwich. 2 eggs, 4 slices of bread, sourdough, preferable, white, acceptable, mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, arugula, optional, olive oil and butter for frying, salt and black pepper to season. From there, it tells you how to make the egg sandwich. Eat in about 5 big sloppy bites, get mustard on your face, pour any alcohol left in your flat into 2 clean receptacles, play a Marvin Gaye record. It's just so good. Also throughout this book, there's like a series of different lists. Like this one is reasons to have a boyfriend and reasons to not have a boyfriend. On the reasons to have a boyfriend, the top one is more likely to get a proper birthday cake. That I back 1000%. It's true. On the reasons to not have one, the top one is everyone annoys you other than you. Also completely true. My favorite on that list is they'll point out when you exaggerate stories. That is my biggest pet peeve. Let me exaggerate things in my own right. Anyway, I am going to wrap up finishing this book this afternoon. But I just wanted to pop on and let you guys know that I'm devoting my entire life to this memoir, more specifically Dolly Alderton. Okay, I'm like out of breath. I just like ran over here after I finished this book. This was such a good book. I feel like I breezed through this. It was so good. And even with my favorite books, I don't really like to reread them. I don't know why. But this one I could definitely see myself cracking open, rereading, if not the full thing, then like little excerpts or chapters every now and then, because it's so funny, it's so good. It made me just fall more in love with Dolly Alderton, and now for the rest of the afternoon I have to watch this on Peacock. I think that it might be my favorite out of the week, but Happy Hour, I don't know, they might be tied. They're both hilarious, honestly. I think that these are 5-star books for me. So highly recommending both of these. Pineapple Street, I liked it, I did. More than I thought I would. But it cannot compare to the other winners of the week. This one, I think I'm going with 3 stars overall. I definitely would not deter anyone from reading this book. It was still a great read. I like reading about people's lives, which was kind of the theme this week, I guess. We got the Stockton family, Dolly Alderton's life, Issa's life. Overall, a really good week. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Let me know if you have read any of these books and what your thoughts were. Also, before you leave, don't forget to check out Book of the Month. I'll have it linked in my description box. And other than that, I guess I will see you guys again next week.